How do you guys feel about Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's the question. How do you feel about Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
Bro,
I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese.
I went to a Chuck E. Cheese on a field trip once, and I think I ate the pizza, and I don't think I liked it. So it's about my whole opinion on that.
It's bad good pizza.
It's bad.
Is it bad? Well, here's the thing. Is it
that's not good bad pizza?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it bad good in a Little Caesars way, or is it? Because for as far as I know,
it's better than Little Caesars.
I've heard some rumors that Chuck E. Cheese legit recycles their pizza. Like at the end of the day.
I would rather eat 7-Eleven pizza than Little Caesars, though. I hate Little Caesars.
Well, 7-Eleven pizza is actually
you're capping, dude. What do you
mean?
No,
no way. That's not a cap at all. 7-Eleven pizza is like prime time high school pizza. You want high school pizza today? Go to 7-Eleven.
And it's the same deal. You get a large pizza for $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you planning a trip with your kid?
No. Okay. So the reason I bring up Chuck E. Cheese pizza and I wanted to kind of crowdsource people's opinions is because during the quarantine, people are ordering out a lot more often, right?
Yeah.
And people order pizza, but I feel like people might avoid Chuck E. Cheese pizza if they have to. But Chuck E. Cheese did a very clever thing. They delivered their pizza under a different name called Pascally's Pizza, which is apparently a copywritten name under Chuck E. Cheese, like one of their little characters. And they legit, under GrubHub, you go down, you check pizza, it says Pascally's Pizza. And you're like, oh, dude, what's that?
That makes sense.
Pascally.
That makes sense.
And you order it, and you.
There was a day where I was scrolling through one of those apps, and I saw Chuck E. Cheese on. That's right, I saw Chuck E. Cheese, and I was like, "That's weird." I guess you got to do what you got to do, but it makes complete sense that no one would order from them because it says Chuck E. Cheese on the app. They changed the name.
Dude, Chuck E. Cheese, real slick out here.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
So wait.
Hey, y'all want some Pascally? Let's go.
Wait. So if you order, so I'm on the GrubHub app and I order I order spaghettis or whatever the fuck this place.
Pascally's.
I like spaghettis. So you order Pascally's. When the GrubHub driver, the Uber driver, or the DoorDash or whatever, when they get there, are they greeted by this fucking mouse in the logo, or do they drape it? Do they drape a different banner and pretend all the arcade machines and all the other shit isn't in there and that it's just a normal joint? Like, dude, because sooner or later, like, the driver's gonna, I guess they're taking advantage of the leave at door. But if there happens to be a case where these two people meet face to face, they're gonna be like, yeah, so I know for you and I, the restaurant said Pascally's. But funny enough, when I pulled up, there was a big fucking mouse on the logo. It was kind of weird. I just thought you should know.
The animatronic comes to your doorstep and delivers the pizza to you. Jesus Christ.
That's funny as shit. So is that something you read today? Is that had led to any backlash, or is that just?
Oh, so in
sure
Detroit,
feel a little cheated.
In Detroit, Chuck E. Cheese and Pascally's are strictly banned from GrubHub. You're not allowed to order their pizza on GrubHub.
Okay,
and I think
this isn't something you can just do. Typically, you can't just lie about what your restaurant is.
Okay, so like, what are the semantics behind this? I'm genuinely curious.
Wait, why did they ban it because of this, or was it banned before that?
I think they banned it because of this, because I don't think that they ever used the name Pascally's Pizza and Wings before, until the quarantine happened.
Wait,
they were like,
they put pizza and wings on it?
It's called Pascally's Pizza and
That's even more bullshit. They don't got wings. They don't got wings there. That's
Maybe
even more bullshit. What the fuck?
That's so smart, dude.
Because no one's coming into their fucking play places. They're just
no one. Chuck E.
Lots
Cheese
of
is
deep
fucked
fryers,
right now in
making
the
some wings,
quarantine.
dude.
I am amazed, dude. I'm amazed Chuck E. Cheese is even still alive in
That's
this day.
what
and
I
age.
feel like. The amount of stories,
Survival of the fittest,
well,
dude. They're adapting to the times.
the
dude.
amount of
Are
stories that
they?
we've had.
Toys R Us is gone.
Yeah, but okay, they're bringing that back, but not in the same. Yeah, it's still basically gone. The fact that the amount of times I've heard some story, whether it be true or not, but just I feel like public consciousness would have shifted by this point. The amount of times I've heard a fucking story about someone jumping into the ball pit and getting a fucking needle is just like. The first time I heard it, I was like, I don't really give a shit if that's true or not. I ain't going to I wasn't going to go to Chuck E. Cheese before. I'm especially never going now.
I was always interested when I was a kid to go, but I never went out of my way to go to my parents and be like, "Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese, Mom?" No, I didn't fucking care. Let's go to
got dragged
McDonald's. Let's go to Burger King. They got for the fucking Pokemon toys, dude.
I just got dragged.
Yeah,
on
I've been to Chuck E. Cheese several times, and I went like once on a field trip. But when I was real small, we wouldn't go to Chuck E. Cheese. We would go to a place in Old Town in Kissimmee called the Yellow Submarine.
Cool.
It was based off of that fucking
the song,
the Beatles shit. Yeah. And it was just like a Chuck E. Cheese, but like on crack. Like they had way cooler shit there.
That sounds
shit.
Sounds about right.
They had like a hallway, like a whole hallway of just like bounce house. But it was like a hallway instead of a bounce house, and there was like
fun.
ropes you could swing on and shit.
Yeah, that's way cooler. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese didn't have that. You had like a ball pit. You could do some skee ball.
Yeah.
You can.
All they had was like the arcade and the ball pit, and then the fucking climb around in the fucking AIDS infested tubes.
Yeah. And there's just those fucking animatronics just sitting there on the stage, looking as as uncomfortably.
See, Old Town
still.
is like it's like an area that kind of is modeled after New Orleans. So they have like shops and shit, and like you walk down the streets and there's shops and shit. And the Yellow Submarine had a fucking slide that went over the street. It was like you went to the building across the street, and then you got to like slide through the slide, and it was like a tube, and you went over the street. That shit was cool as fuck.
I love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of shit.
And you landed in a ball pit when you got out of it.
Cool. With no needles, I would hope.
No needles,
Sweet.
hopefully.